All right, we are here in the Tesla Model Y, and unfortunately, we've got a big crack in the windshield. So
where was it?
Up here in the front. So what happened was, while Mommy was driving home from work, a big rock got shot up here and tripped the windshield. And then, as Teslas are infamous for, it started spreading. And by the time she got home, about 10 minutes later, it had spread quite this much. And now we've got a huge crack, and we're gonna have to get the windshield replaced, which thankfully is part of our insurance, but would be expensive otherwise. So stick with us, and we're going to document the process of getting this replaced and find out just how much it's going to cost. We know that Teslas are expensive for this because there are sensors that need to be realigned with the windshield when you replace it. So hopefully this is not going to be horribly expensive, but we'll see how it goes. All right, let's drive.
That's right.
Right, so part of the reason that the windshield is so expensive and a difficult part to replace is that they are super custom to Tesla, and there are a few things that Tesla does to manufacture them a little bit differently. So first off, they are UV coated and protected. That is both to reduce some of the glare and improve the comfort for passengers, as well as to help protect some of the interior materials like the fabric on the seat and the dashboard console material from the I guess damaging rays of the sun, especially in brighter and warmer climates. So that sort of adds to the cost of it. And then there's also they say that it's advanced safety protection in it, and I couldn't find exactly what that meant, except that it says there's something that has to do with monitoring the like road conditions and safety to take control of the seatbelt, or at least like if the windshield is not correctly installed, it can lead to issues with that system. So basically you have to pay extra because the windshield itself is more expensive, and it also requires more fine-grained kind of custom knowledge to get it installed and set up the right way to make sure that all of the systems are properly calibrated and working. So along with that, part of the reason that it's actually difficult to get them repaired and there aren't that many places that can do it is that there is a connection between the windshield and a bunch of the safety and monitoring systems. So the camera used for autopilot needs to be calibrated with the windshield, since it points through there, and some of the sensors and stuff need to be properly calibrated with it. So that's why you'll find in a lot of places it's actually just recommended to go directly to Tesla to get the windshield repaired, because they know what they're doing and can get it recalibrated. But then there are other places where Tesla will actually just send you directly to Safelight to do it. So from reading reviews and stuff online, it seemed like there is a pretty big disparity between different parts of the country and what they recommend you do for service and getting the replacement and where to take it to. But here in New Jersey, Safelight was recommended, so that is what we're going to be doing. It's also what our insurance wanted us to do. If you go directly through Tesla, it can be a little bit more tricky. You have to work with your insurance. They basically will give you what they call fair value for it, and then you just have to make sure that you come in at that or below. Otherwise, you're responsible for the difference, which a lot of people were complaining about. So yeah, and then along with that, we'll just have to make sure once that actually gets installed, that it is properly calibrated and everything's working. So we should just be able to check that the autopilot is working correctly, that we don't have any issues with the windshield sensors or high beam sensors, and we should be all set there. So we'll take a look at those things afterward and make sure it's good. And then if we have any sort of issue, a lot of people were recommending that you can basically, through the safety menu in the settings in the Tesla, you can perform your own manual recalibration there if things are not working correctly after it's reinstalled. And that can be an easy way to just make sure that it is right. It can take apparently some time and a few miles of driving to recalibrate everything, sort of similar like when we first get the car and autopilot won't work until it calibrates. But hopefully we won't even have that issue. Sounded like early on when Tesla was newer and it was just the Model 3, like back in 2018-19 is when I saw a lot of posts from. There were more issues with this, but lately it seems like these third-party repair shops and stuff have learned what they need to do, and people are generally having better experiences with that now. So fingers crossed that is our experience as well. All right, we're here at Safelight now. Safelight, dropping off dropping off the Tesla. It's supposed to be 4 or 5 hours. They couldn't do it if it was raining.
So they just stopped raining.
So bad news for that. Hopefully it'll actually get done today.
It's a 1 o'clock appointment, and it's supposed to be done raining by 1 o'clock. And the car's fully charged because you need at least 65% charge for them to do this. Yay! This was fun.
Yeah, let's see how it actually comes out and how much it costs.
$100. No, I signed a paper.
How much would it be without?
$1,400.
Yeah, it's insane. But it is a big windshield and it's got sensors and stuff in it. But
I think it's less the labor on it.
Yeah, especially if it's that many hours.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, see you on the other side.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen a Toyota BZ4X in the wild, and certainly not one that's had its wheels on it still. This is a rare sighting indeed. Would love to go talk to them and understand how they decided this was the EV for them.
All right, it's Mama Lund here trying her thing with take a video for Daddy Lund. So you can see windshield, no crack, looks great, looks good. Instruction was no car wash for 2 days. I think I can handle that. Pretty sure I haven't taken this car through the car wash since we've gotten it yet. Yeah, I mean, aside from the misunderstanding and lack of communication from them on how long it would take and how clean the car needs to be, or how charged the car needs to be, not clean, charged, that was pretty seamless, pretty painless. $100 deductible, and yeah, now we're motoring again. So that's it. Safelight replace, Safelight repair. Have a good one.
All right, and here is the brand new windshield in action, and can't really tell any difference except for the fact that it's clean, so I can actually see through it clearly, which is very different than what it was before. Just goes to show like how much kind of let it go and let it get all grungy and dirty and everything. So I'm gonna do a better job taking care of this one, I guess. But good install. That was nice and easy. Took a couple of hours, but really wasn't a big deal on the weekend. No issues with any of the sensors or configuration or anything. I've checked, and like the cameras and everything are all good. So seems good. All said and done. All right, with that, thanks for coming along on our Tesla windshield journey. Hope you enjoyed that. If so, please do like and subscribe. And with that, we'll see you out there on the road.